Okay, we have a game with the white pieces. The last game I actually lost, but the recording got corrupted actually, so it's kind of funny. It was a really terrible game by me, but it kind of got corrupted, so I didn't have to show it. Anyways, though, let's focus on this game right now. We get this variation of the Nimzo Larsen. Let's go with g3 and then bishop to g2. I'm gonna go c4 right after I castle. And let's see what happens. Let me just castle here, play c4. If my opponent is not careful, I could get a winning position very, very quickly. Plays knight a6, knight c7. Not a maneuver that I've seen in these types of positions. But I'm going to take here on d5. And if my opponent doesn't take on c4, I think he's going to be in trouble straight up. So let's see what happens. He might also play bishop g4. Maybe I should have stopped this. If he plays f5, which looks like a very obvious move, that's a big mistake, I think. I think f5 might actually just lose the game. Okay, goes bishop g4. Let me capture that. And then I'm going to go b4 and queen b3. Oh, okay, never mind. Takes with the knight. Let me take with this. And this is going to be a target forever. So I'm guessing we're going to get opposite color bishops. But it's going to be good for me because this pawn is a huge target. So I'm going to get a good position because this isolated pawn is terrible. Now my next move is knight c3 here to target and win the, not win the pawn, but just target the pawn. Or maybe knight f4 because I can go like queen b4, queen b5. But this pawn is bad. That's basically what I'm banking on here. And that's the reason why white is better. This isolated pawn is terrible, and I'm going to be able to win it in the future. So let's see how my opponent chooses to handle this. So he can make this exchange, which it's probably all right, but it doesn't help him too much because then I can play a move like queen b5 and just simply win the pawn on d5. So let's see what he does. He's already in trouble, by the way. Goes rook c8. Okay, so I can go knight f4. He's going to go maybe bishop to e6 and then rook c1. I don't have to rush winning this pawn. Well, rook c1 does actually threaten it, technically. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Yeah, let's go knight f4, target the pawn. Let's go rook c1, target the rook. Now, if my opponent plays a move like g5, I'm going to take and then take the pawn. And that's going to be just a very nice position for me. So let's see what my opponent does. Maybe he will play a move like queen d7 and allow like queen a5. Queen d6, yeah, very similar. Okay, now I'm going to go queen a5. This is a really good move because I'm targeting this. I'm also targeting the pawn on a7 at the same time. So now I should be winning pretty easily. And let's see what my opponent chooses to do here. I'm going to take a sip of my mineral water here. Tastes absolutely fantastic. Okay, so he's thinking right now, but I don't know what he's thinking about because he doesn't have any good moves. Like this pawn's going to be lost. Pretty much no matter what he does. The only thing is, if he just simply plays a move like f5, do I take this pawn right away? That's the thing. The reason why this might be just a little bit concerning is because of b6, and if I take the pawn, I might lose this knight. So I just have to be a little bit careful. Just a tiny bit careful, and I should be able to win. He might just play a move like a6 or something, which is actually it's not good. Still much better, but you know, it is a move. Okay, there's also another important matter here. Do I take with the knight or do I take with a bishop? Because if I take it with the knight, I'm going into opposite color bishops, which benefits the attacking player, so that might be very good for me. And I'm just going to be able to target f7 in the future, target b7 also. So I'm just going to have a lot of targets. But I could just simply take it with the bishop and then go into knight versus bishop type of endgame, which I'm up upon, so I'm still going to be better. I don't know which one's better. Obviously, both lead to superior positions for white, but to evaluate which one is better than the other, it's kind of hard to do that. So let's see what happens here. What my opponent chooses to do. He's thinking a lot. I might just cut this part out if he thinks too much. Goes b6. Yeah, I thought he might do this. Now the thing is, if I take on a7, he has rook a8. And I think what he wants is that if I go here, he might take the pawn. Take it with the bishop. And I'm totally fine there. I think I should take... I can also go here. Could play this move, queen b5. This makes some sense as well. But then maybe he has like b6 and then we get into the same sequence. So if I take here, queen here, if rook b8, I go queen c6 and we trade. He takes a2, I take this one. Should be significantly better. Yeah, I'm just going to take it. I don't know why I wouldn't. Is my queen getting trapped? No. So I'm just going to take it. Okay. Rook a8, let's go queen b7. Rook b8, let's go queen c6. All of this is expected. And nothing out of the ordinary. Oh, okay, that's not what I was expecting. So that's the first thing out of the ordinary, I suppose. Well, I guess I just trade the queens and play a4. Why would I not do that? Let's just go here. He might go b5 right away. I might take. And yeah, we're going to be playing like this. Goes bishop to h6. This is all cool and dandy, but he doesn't have time for all of that. So I could go with just rook c7, just double up on the c file, which is precisely what I'm going to do. I'm going to go rook c7. He will take. I don't care. I'm just going to take back. And then we're going to continue like this. This pawn's still a target. So I'm up a pawn. I have a target over here, potential target over here as well. And I also have 2-on-1 on this side, so this is really good. Yeah, I expected that move. Also, I can just take and drop my rook back here, which is also good. I kind of wanted to play a5, but of course I can't play a5 right here. So I can take, and then I'm expecting maybe rook a3 or something, and then maybe here, and then I'll go rook c1. Yeah, all of this is interesting. I also, f5 looks ridiculous, but it like triples his pawns. I could also go rook a1, which is a little bit passive, but you know, it is still okay. And then go rook c5, and then give up that pawn, but win this pawn, go into a rook endgame. I actually don't want to go into a rook endgame. I want to go into a bishop endgame if possible. So let's say I go rook a1, right? He's going to take. I'm going to take back with the pawn or with the rook. Okay, I'm not sure. I mean, taking looks best, though. You know what? I'm just going to take. I'm just going to take because it makes sense. Okay, he goes there. Now I'm going to go here. And now I'm going to go after this pawn. So now I'm going to be up 2 pawns. I'm going to lose one of them. I'm probably going to lose this b5 pawn after rook b6, but I'm going to win this pawn. So regardless, I'm going to be up 2 pawns. And yeah, this is a completely winning endgame. A very easy game because it was just cruise control out of the opening. You know, my opponent did not play the most testing line, so you know, I was able to get a very good setup and win pretty easily. And let's see what he's thinking about right now. Yeah, no matter what he does, this is just bad for him. I'm going to go rook c1. I might even go bishop f1 to guard the pawn in some positions. I can pretty much do whatever I want in this position right here. He might try bishop d7 or something. I can even take that pawn. Yeah, let's see what he does, but whatever he does, I'm completely winning. So he's thinking, he's wasting a lot of time, a lot of time. So let's see what he does. Okay, so he finally makes a move, plays g5, which is obviously like it's it's not anything special. I'm just gonna take g5. I'm gonna go rook c1, and let's see what he does now. Goes king g7. Okay, so I have a couple of different options here. First and foremost, I can go bishop f1 and reroute this bishop to d3. That makes a lot of sense. Just defend the pawn. I could also go rook c6, which is actually what I'm going to do. I'm going to defend this pawn, and then I'm going to offer a rook trade, and I'm going to start advancing this pawn. So let's go rook c6 in this position, and let's see what he does. So if he takes, I could maybe not take with the... Well, actually, I can, because if he takes this, I can go here, bishop c8. Maybe. If he takes, I'm probably going to take with the rook, not with the pawn. So once again, let's see what he does. I don't see anything that's really good for him in this position. So I could play b6 right now. And then he's going to go rook b7, which makes some sense. Do I have anything there? Or I could start with this move. Yeah, I could start with rook to c5. Yeah, let's start with rook to c5. Just get this rook active. I don't have to rush with anything. Goes there, but once again, he's not threatening this. It's defended. So I could, though, what I could do, I could go here. But that's not, no, that's not logical, though. It's probably not good. Could also go rook a6. Could also go rook c... rook c7 makes the most sense right now. Just offer a rook trade. He will go rook b6. I can go this rook to c6. And then that's going to lead to some trades. Yeah, okay, I guess rook c7. Just trade some pieces off. We're going to trade some rooks off right here. Goes there, which makes sense. So going here, he's going to take and go rook a8 most likely. The only thing I have to watch out for is some sort of like counterplay over here. Obviously, I'm not going to allow all of that. Well, because I see it. But do I have something? I could go rook a7. No, it doesn't do anything. Let's just go rook c6. Let's just trade the rooks off. Follow through with the plan. I don't need to change anything up. So what I'm expecting here is that he will take on c6 and he will go rook a8, rook a1. That's pretty much the only way to create any counterplay here. Now, can I make a beeline with this pawn? Can I just run with this pawn? So takes, rook a8, b6. Yeah, rook a8. Okay, that's not a move I was expecting. I'm just going to go here. I could also go there. No, just go here, right? Defend and attack at the same time. I guess bishop g2. Attack the pawn. Is there anything? So bishop g2, rook a8 takes bishop h3 is what he wants. That's... I mean, it makes sense, I suppose. Could also go... Could also start with this, maybe. Bishop e2, target this pawn, and then bishop to f3. Yeah, that doesn't matter, though, does it? Because I can move my f-pawn. Yeah, let's just go bishop g2. I don't know why I'm overthinking this so much. He might go rook a8, takes bishop h3. And then I have to play, like, f4 or something and just run out with my king, which is totally fine. It doesn't really matter as long as my king is safe. I'm up too much material. As long as I'm not getting checkmated, I should be winning this endgame. There's not much he can do to recover. Okay, he just chooses to defend like that. That's kind of passive, so I'm just gonna just push that. Okay, that gives me rook c7. You know what? I'm just gonna, have good habits, nothing really out of the ordinary. I'm just gonna bring my king now, because it's an end game at the end of the day. You gotta activate the king, right? I'm just gonna bring my king, and what is he gonna do? There's nothing he can do here. So let's see what's his decision. Everything's weak along the 5th rank. There are so many weak pawns. I can't even go rook b5 now. He just allowed me to play rook b5 like that. And then I'm threatening like b7. If he goes bishop d7, I have b7, which is kind of funny. Sacrifice the rook, but make a queen. Yeah, this doesn't do anything, obviously. Let's see what he does, because my next move is just a very simple b7. and then b8. I hope he plays this because I think b7's kind of funny when he plays bishop to d7. Yeah, let's see what he chooses to do. But I hope he just resigns because I'm tired of talking here. It's very obviously winning for me. So it's like, what am I supposed to say here? Oh, just push pawn. Right, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Okay, he was threatening bishop d3. You know, what's funny is that I could have allowed it. I could have just played b7, but, you know, who cares? I'm going to play b7 on the next move. As you can see, this would have been a fork. I could have just pushed the pawn, and it didn't really matter, but, you know, it doesn't matter that much. Don't overthink positions like this. Just simply try to, you know, make good moves. Okay, let's look at this game. So I played this game at 94% accuracy. And the line here that's really, really good for my... So d5 is good. Yeah, that's right. g3. So this is all really decent. And then here's c4. And then knight c3. Bishop g4 was really good. I thought he was going to play f5, which kind of like loses on the spot almost. Because if he takes this with the knight, I think, yeah, he just loses, right? Because I go knight f4, hit this pawn, and bishop e6, and I go b4, queen b3, and he's struggling to defend the pawn. So, yeah, this loses right away. There's g5, which is delaying the inevitable for a little while. But, you know, it's still much better for me. So he went for this approach, which is okay as well, but I'm still much better. Queen a5, queen a7, queen b7. So all of this was correct. So did I make a mistake anywhere? So rook c7 apparently was a mistake. So I should have taken this. And, well, first of all, he's going to take with the pawn. If he takes it with the rook, you know, this is a fork. He loses. So he's going to take with the pawn. And now I go rook c. So I should have just made this trade, basically. And just gone into opposite color bishops. So he probably would have played b5 here. I take the pawn, and then let's say he goes rook b8. I go rook a1, and then rook a7. Oh, look at that. Just get the rooks on the 7th rank. Yeah, that's really good. That is really, really good. Yeah, so rook c7 takes. Rook c5. Yeah, g5 doesn't do anything. Bishop f1. Rook c6. Rook c5. Rook c7. Yeah, I mean, from here it was just a very simple conversion. It's just a matter of not blundering anything, even though this fork doesn't even matter. But you still have to be aware of threats, obviously. I could have just pushed b7, you know, give up the rook, make a queen. This wins easily also. But I was like, okay, let's just play king e2, just bring the king. It's a good habit to have in general, just simply bringing the rook in an endgame. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.